Welcome to the gang.
Wait,
do I need to clap?
All right, the mics work.
Bang.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gaggle. Thank you all for tuning in. We are so happy to be here. So much positive feedback, and we got a lot more viewers than we thought we would.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Overwhelming support, guys.
Thank you, guys. You know what? We appreciate it.
Hey, round of applause for our
For
viewers.
the people, for the viewers.
Thank you guys for listening. It's been a blessing. This is still a joke. We don't want it to make it feel like we're a bunch of dudes talking about shit you don't care about. I'm not going to cuss again, but it's stuff that you won't care about.
We do. We care.
We do care. Today, you probably heard his voice, but today I'd like to introduce our guest, Gabe.
Gabe.
Welcome. No, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. It's truly an honor.
Gabe, how are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing pretty well. I had ribs before this. My dad cooked them up. That was pretty good. So
Shout out Matt Christopherson.
Shout out Matt Christopherson. He makes
Our first shout out of the show, Matt Christopherson.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
He's real good with his big green egg. You know, he gets the charcoal out at like 4 a.m. in his underwear. He's really on. He did a great job today, though. So I appreciate him. I'm well fed and ready to go.
Well, Gabe, we're so excited to have you on the podcast today. And how do we know Gabe? You wanna let him know?
Gosh, I've known Gabe since what, 8th grade?
I've known Gabe since 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When did we meet? 8th grade?
I think we probably like met in 8th grade, but I don't think
Yeah.
we really became like good friends until freshman year of high school.
Basketball. We got close because of basketball.
Yeah.
These guys played basketball.
We were hoopers.
I was a big hooper back in the day. Not anymore.
I just can't believe that
We
you guys
played
were once
basketball.
athletes.
Hey.
Check the huddle highlights, man.
Yeah,
Your highlights are on Huddle.
Oh yeah, sophomore basketball highlights. Shout out Tyler Miklo.
That's a second shout out.
He used to like edit all of our stuff like during classes, so we'd
yeah.
always have like the film and like all of our highlights ready to go.
Wow, what a great guy.
Yeah.
What a great guy. I've known Gabe for 2 years because he was Will's roommate, and he left Will in the middle of the semester, and then I
It
moved
wasn't
in.
in the middle of the semester. I
He
left
did.
in between semesters.
I was
Because
abandoned.
I got voted to my fraternity's exec team, so I had to move into the house.
Wow,
So,
you're such a big dog. Shout out
yeah,
Theta
thank
Chi.
you.
Shout out to
Theta
TC's.
Chi. Shout out to the Theta
Shout
Chi
out to
boys.
TC's back home.
Yeah, like 2-minute walk from here. Yeah, really shout out to them. They're far away.
Yeah. All right. So to start off the show, we wanted to talk about our top 5 artists of 2023, just to through Apple Music Replay, because we all are Apple Music listeners. Spotify, we don't want you to get anywhere near our show.
We won't accept any money from Spotify.
We won't even put our show on Spotify.
Nope.
That's the thing.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, I burped. Shout out Diet Coke.
Shout out to
This Friday, I was at a little function, and one of our friends' girlfriends came up to us, and she was like, "You need to put it on Spotify. You need to put it on Spotify." I'm not going to listen if it's not on Spotify.
Don't
I was
listen
like,
then. We don't
Don't
want you.
listen. Literally, it's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Both are free. By the way, shameless plug. If you want to listen, it's YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
Listen
But you're
to
probably
the Gaggle with Spoons and Will on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
you're probably listening to it right now on those. Well, right now for them, it's Monday.
It is Monday.
Right now, it's Sunday, and we're coming at you live from the Student Innovation Center, by
Shout
the
out
way.
to Student Innovation Center.
Shout out Student Innovation Center. We love it here. But anyway, we wanted to get into our top 5 music artists of 2023. Let's grab the
Yeah, pull it up on the phone.
pulled up on the phone. Everybody's got it screenshotted, ready to go.
You're in to go. Gabe, you want to kick us off?
Gabe, kick us off.
Give me a sec. My phone's being funny.
Oh, his phone's being funny.
It is being a tiny bit funny right now.
You got a screenshot of it?
No, I actually didn't. I just have it.
Did
like,
you
pulled
come
up on-
unprepared?
Okay. Whoa. I had it like
First
I had the
guest.
tab pulled up, and it just like stopped loading, and now my Face ID is not working.
I can't believe this.
Guys, I'm
Can't believe
sorry.
this.
It's loading. Okay.
Should you just kick us off then?
Yeah,
sir?
you kick us.
Yeah,
it's
go
loading.
for it.
It's taking forever.
Go.
We did talk about this earlier, and I caught a lot of flack. Number 5, I got 21 Savage. You know, just real versatile artist. I feel like he really broke through in 2021. You know, I've been listening to him like when I was in 8th grade, when I was like before football games. It was No Heart. Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Like, I'm from a suburban.
Your football games?
Yeah, I played football up to freshman year.
Oh. What did you listen to get ready for a show choir dance?
Probably 21 Savage. I was in show choir. I think we talked about that last time. But number 4, I got Zach Bryan. You know, I think that he I turned into kind of more of a hater as the year went on, just because I realized his music all sound the same. And I'm sorry, I apologize to all the Zach Bryan fans out there. I think he's really good. I think his style of music is good, but it all sounds the same.
It sucks when you get to that point with an artist and you're
Yeah.
like 3 albums deep and you're like, I've listened to the same
Same
thing,
song.
yeah, like
it's-
40 times, and that's a real tough. But at least you could like acknowledge it because I feel like a lot of people who listen to
Yeah,
Zach Bryan don't acknowledge
yeah.
it.
And the people that love Zach Bryan love Zach Bryan.
They love Zach
everything
Bryan.
about Zach Bryan. They love his girlfriend.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
love him. They just want to know. They just want to be. They want to be him.
Yeah, my younger brother was telling me. Shout out Nathan, friend of the pod.
Shout out Nathan Lucas.
Shout out Nathan
He was
Lucas.
talking to me and my dad saying like I really want to go to a Zach Bryan concert because I think he was making fun of us for going into an Old Dominion concert. Shout out Old Dominion.
Shout out Old Dominion.
But he was like, yeah, I'd rather go to a Zach Bryan concert. I'm like, I would fall asleep at a Zach Bryan
Right,
concert.
yeah.
All of his songs are so slow and like I don't want to cry at a concert
Yeah.
about how like
It would
how like
sob.
sad my life is. No, I want to get the people moving.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Get bumping. You're
Yeah.
supposed. You're
Let's get
supposed.
rocking.
You're supposed to get drunk and feel great. You're not supposed to get
Yeah.
drunk and start crying.
No,
Yeah,
I want to be.
I can do that at home by myself
Yeah,
in my
I,
room.
I do that every night. Like I don't need to go to a concert to do that. But also, okay, but like I know we're kind of shitting on Zach Bryan right now, but I've been thinking about this.
That's your first and last cuss word, buddy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. What did I say? Never mind. I've been thinking about this a lot. Like who White Boy of the Year 2023 is. I think it's probably Zach Bryan, right?
That's who
It's
I'd
gotta
give
be
it.
Zach
That's who
Bryan.
I'd give it to.
Probably.
Like, I mean, I don't know who else is like Jack Harlow kind of fell off this year. Like,
Post
So
Malone dropped an
hard.
album this year.
he did drop.
But who cares about Post Malone? I'm sorry.
Well,
Dude.
We can get into that later.
We're getting into it.
Number 3, I got Tame Impala. I'm quite the indie lover myself. Quite the
quirky.
alternative and indie. Yeah, I just if you need something to slow down,
This guy loves Tame Impala.
feel good. Tame Impala is your guy. And then number 2, I got Drake. Every year Drake is on my top 5 or even top 10, and I'm just like, how?
He's got so many classics.
he's got
Back in the day, old Drake, just like it's timeless.
But it's just like he's so corny.
yeah,
I'm like, I always swear on Drake because I'm just like, Drake is corny. I never listen to Drake. I think he's stupid. But then I listened to almost 1,500 minutes of Drake this year, and I
No, like, I mean, I think he's like he's not in my top 5, spoiler alert, but he always, he's been my number 1 artist since I was probably 14 years old. I
Dude,
mean,
he's just
like-
he's just good.
He's
like
good.
he
it
doesn't.
sucks to say.
No,
but
like-
Drake's good.
not anymore.
What was his new album called again?
for
all the dogs.
That album was terrific.
Oh, no.
I
no.
like-
What?
No, bad
I-
take.
I'm indifferent on it. I'm gonna
Okay.
split right down the middle.
I'm not
here.
saying it's like awful, but like,
Me and
I don't
Drizzy
know.
did shit like the Super Bowl.
But like, I don't know. It's just like ever since Certified Lover Boy came out,
Oh, that was awful.
that was so bad. And like the album cover with all the like, is that the one
The
with the
pregnant
pregnant
women,
girl
yeah,
like
yeah.
emojis? I was like, what is going on, Drake? Like,
That was
I don't know.
so weird.
Honestly, Nevermind was terrible too.
Oh, that was really bad.
That was just not
like
It was like a club dance album. It was
Yeah,
like-
I don't. What was that
it was
about?
almost
It was
even
so
worse.
weird.
It's like some stuff you would hear at like TJ Maxx. You know what I mean? Like you're walking through
Second
the like,
cuss word.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And like you're just trying to buy some new jeans or something, and you just hear honestly like that just seems like the kind of thing I would be listening to.
And then they got Jimmy Cooks at the end, which is a
Which is a
tremendous
oh,
song.
that song.
It's a banger.
It's
No,
a
you
like,
can't hate on that.
why did that happen? I don't know. And then last one, Will laughed about this very hysterically earlier, but it's 42 Doug. Why do I listen to a lot of
Why do
42
you listen
Doug?
to so much 42 Doug?
Dude, I don't know. His songs are like just like hype me up. It's like bow bow. They always have like this heavy bass line. It's like boom boom boom, and they just like feel it in your soul. You're like,
it's just so random.
It's so random.
How many people in the world their number 1 artist is 42 Doug?
I think you might
Nobody.
be
I might
the
be in
only
the-
one. Like I'm not
It's
kidding about
it's a
that.
little embarrassing, but shout out 42 Doug.
No,
Shout
shout
out
out
42
42. Friend of the pod.
Friend of the
We need to
pod.
get him on. We need to get him on.
Get him on.
By the
Yeah.
way, speaking of somebody we're about to get on, Tame and Lipsy, if you're listening to this, please
Come on the pod, man.
come on the pod. We want to talk to you. We're big fans. Anyway, well, when we get into Iowa State basketball, we'll talk about that later.
Gabe, let's get into your top
Yeah,
5.
no,
Gabe, I
I have
wanna-
it pulled
I wanna
up
hear
now.
yours.
I'm ready to go.
You're finally ready.
Yep, I'm ready to go. So my number 5 this year was Travis Scott, which I was
So
honestly
valid.
like he dropped Utopia.
He was
this-
my number 6.
You know, last year, and I'm not like the biggest Utopia guy. Like I'm not the kind of A lot of people have been saying like it's his best album, and I just disagree. But it doesn't beat Biebs in the Trap. But I did listen to a lot of Utopia.
He did about an hour ago lose the Grammy for the
He
best
did.
album.
It was,
That
Did he?
Killer Mike's album.
was so
Really?
it was so bad. I listened to
I
I
didn't
listened
listen
to
to
it.
it.
I didn't. I
It reminds me
heard-
of like a Black Logic.
Dude,
I
he's
hate
on,
Logic. I
he's
hate
on
Logic.
a couple Logic songs.
Yeah, it's just like corny, like really good rapping. Like it's just too generic for
Did
me.
you know Logic was my favorite rapper growing up?
Shout out G Money, but that was his favorite rapper too.
I loved Logic.
I think
I
like,
just know.
I think like every white boy from the suburbs had a Logic phase. I don't know.
I'm biracial.
I had
okay.
a big
I'm
Logic
biracial.
phase.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
biracial.
gonna say you said the Black Logic. I'm like, have you not listened to half his songs? He's black, dude.
He's
Like
biracial.
yeah. Well, okay. Well,
Biracial.
yeah. Well, he has it like it's part. Like you can't say he's
That's
not.
true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, number 4 for me was ASAP Rocky this year. I know he dropped a new single, and I'm not honestly sure if I've listened to it.
I've listened to a lot of ASAP Rocky this year. I
Yeah.
do love ASAP
I am
Rocky.
a big ASAP Rocky guy.
He's so good.
But I also kind of hate him because now him and like Rihanna are married and having kids. Is there like a more genetically
Why me?
perfect human being?
Why not
like,
me?
to
Why not me, Rihanna?
Well, yeah, like
Bro.
I mean, I
Rihanna, you forgot about spoons.
Riri, come on.
Shout out Rihanna.
But like, I mean, is there like two better people to like procreate? I mean, like
That's
are
what I
those-
was thinking. That's got to be the most beautiful baby
like
of all time.
we all might as well like stop trying after that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's legitimately.
They should
anyways.
produce the rest of the kids in the world in the U.S. so we can all have like attractive kids. So
Yeah,
like
oh my
everybody
God.
in the rest of the world will be like, yo, maybe the U.S. is cool just because like we have just
I
all
didn't know
these
they were
attractive
chill like
kids.
that.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, geez. Anyways, number 3 this year was Metro Boomin.
Bowman, make it boom.
Shout out Dave.
Shout out Davis. Shout out Davis Fairchild.
I did like the album that dropped this year. I'm pretty sure I listened to. I can't even. It was like On Time, and then it goes into
Is that the like interlude?
Superhero. Yeah.
On Time. That's got John Legend on it. That's
Yeah,
a banger.
yeah, and it's like ooh, and
Yeah.
that really
Sounds
hit for
good.
me for some reason. So I listened to that. I think that combination of like songs probably is the only reason that Metro's number 3.
Yeah.
But granted, shout out to Metro Boomin.
Shout out Metro.
Shout out
Boomin,
Metro.
friend of the pod.
Metro.
I was listening, like 10 Freaky Girls came on when I was in the car earlier. That threw me back. I was like, oh my God, I haven't listened to that.
That
song in
album was
forever.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. All right, we'll move on. Number 2 this year, I had Old Dominion, which
That's
if
not
you-
my stuff. That's you
That's
two.
my-
That is definitely that's a me and Will.
That's
That's
my
you
favorite.
too.
I love me some Old Dominion.
Oh man,
God, they're so good.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think my favorite song like ever made is "Song for Another Time."
That's such a good song.
that song
Never
hits.
heard
I went to the
Oh my
Old
God.
Dominion. I went to the Old Dominion concert this year at
Yeah.
Wells Fargo Arena with my parents.
Yeah.
Greatest show I've ever seen. It was unbelievable.
He was talking about
Like,
it for a few weeks. At least.
Every single song that they played was like good. Like they had dropped a new album like a month or two before, but they didn't just play like that album. Like how like a lot of artists like to like plug their new stuff at concerts.
Yeah.
They played all their hits.
Yeah,
Fantastic show.
Because like I mean, I'm not saying their new album was like bad or anything, but it's probably
I like it.
No, it's good, but it's probably the worst one they have. I mean, like Meat and Candy is
Me
great.
and Candy's probably their best album.
Oh yeah, that album.
Probably the best album.
And then there's They have an album just Old Dominion.
yeah, that's their
right?
self-titled album.
Yeah, that one's great.
What's the second one called with Written in the Sand?
Oh my
It's
God,
like,
what is that?
God, Jamie, can you look that up?
Yeah, we really need you guys really need a Jamie. I'm not. Gonna
we're
lie,
trying to get an intern. We're hiring an intern. We are in the process of hiring
We
an
are in
intern.
the
right?
front. We're in that.
an unpaid internship.
Yeah, an unpaid
So
internship.
it's called Happy Endings.
Happy endings.
That's the one with like Written in the Sand.
Yeah.
And then they have Time, Tequila, and Therapy. That's a good album.
Oh
too.
yeah, time. I forgot about time. That one's
No
that-
Hard Feelings is probably in my top 3 Old Dominion songs.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
that's
like
also
that
a
song.
really, really good song.
All right, keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number 1 artist, and it's not even close. Like I've listened to
This is true.
this song, this artist 1,000 more minutes than I listened to Old Dominion. It's J. Cole, and I didn't realize. When I saw that at first, I was like, when did I listen to so much J. Cole? And then I remembered I went through a Born Sinner phase this summer, like, and I was listening to, obviously the song Born Sinner on it's amazing, but also like Land of the Snakes. Just,
That's a good song.
oh, so good.
What's the one with Miguel?
Oh, that one's Power Trip.
Power Trip.
Is that on Bonus Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Power Trip is also, that was my song like last year, but
You remember when we were making the playbook? And
Yeah.
we listened to Middle Child for what, 8 hours
I
straight.
hate that song.
8
I
hours
can't listen to
straight.
it
I hate that
anymore.
song.
8 hours straight on repeat. We listened to Middle Child by J. Cole.
Like I can't listen to that song anymore.
Got us
I
locked in.
hate
though.
that
I really
song.
no that
It
song.
was a great playbook though.
Oh, we really killed it. Go us. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyways,
good for you guys.
that was my top 5. You go ahead.
Yeah, well,
All right. I'll go.
Good, decent top 5.
I know. I'm not
I
mad
think-
about your top 5.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad
Old
about it.
Dominion seems kind of random
Yeah.
compared to the other
At least it's not
artists.
42 Doug. Shout out 42 Doug.
Shout out to 42 Doug. We really don't dislike you. I hope you know that if you're listening to the pod.
Probably
It's
isn't.
I just when he was telling us before this, he was like, "Oh yeah, my number one artist was 42 Doug." Like out
And
of
everyone-
everything, like-
crickets.
yeah, I was like, "What the heck?" Anyways,
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead. My number 5, John Mayer.
Ooh, the ladies aren't gonna like this.
No, that's all right.
that is
though.
a that
The
I know,
ladies
it's a
aren't gonna like
controversial
this.
Thing. Shout out Colby Watson. I love John Mayer.
no, dude. I was in the car with my little sister, and she's like a big Taylor Swift fan. Like over, I think it might have been Thanksgiving or Christmas break, and like a John Mayer song came on because I also do like John Mayer, and she just gave me like the dirtiest side eye, like the
Love Taylor Swift,
dirtiest.
bro.
Well, here's the thing.
Or not-
I'm
or
a big
John
Swiftie
Mayer.
now with all the like Chiefs fans. I'm a big time
Oh, yeah,
Swiftie
you're
now.
huge.
But here's the thing. You got to be able to separate the artist from the music.
Yeah, I think that is important. Like, I feel like
You may think he's a douchebag Swifties, but he makes good music.
he also is like, like people don't talk about how good of a guitar
He's
player
so
he
good.
is.
Oh, he
like,
shreds it.
no, and he's just it's
He's
like
so
it's
good.
So good.
genuinely. Anyways, yeah, just an insanely good guitar player.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, I don't even remember what I was looking at, but it was, you don't realize how good of a guitar player John Mayer is until you try to learn one of his songs.
Yeah, I don't play guitar, so
No,
it's
I
not
would have
gonna
no idea.
happen.
I'm just gonna take their word for it.
Yeah, I trust. I have a friend who plays guitar, and he's like, I can't play a John Mayer song. Like
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
just too. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. My number 4, Morgan Wallen.
Snore.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. I like.
That might be
Mor-
worse than 42.
Here's the
Doug.
thing. I
I'm not
like,
gonna
I like
lie.
a lot of his older stuff. I'm not as big on his newer stuff
Yeah.
because I think
So
it's just
boring.
like so repetitive now.
My sister
And-
invited me to go to a Morgan Wallen concert at Mile High Stadium.
Really.
I turned it down.
Wow.
Going
That's-
to a concert, I feel like at Mile High though. Even like I'm.
As a Broncos fan, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
I need to do that eventually, but no.
Wow. I'm not very proud of this at my number 4. I went through a big, like, I listened to him a lot in the summer. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Just because he's kind of a guy of an outdoorsy vibe.
It
and you
is,
listen
yeah.
to him. Anyway.
What was the album that was it this year that he dropped that his last album? The one with like
Yeah.
40 songs, and they're
Yeah.
all
One Thing
the
at a
same-
Time or
yeah,
something?
That,
Yeah.
that's it.
There's a couple good songs on
No,
there.
yeah, like 2 out of 40.
One Thing at a Time is a really good
Yeah,
song.
like
No, that'll get me going. I love that.
no,
song.
no, I'm not saying he doesn't have some bangers in there, but like he's the kind of guy who like, you know how they say like, you know, you keep shooting and then like eventually you'll hit, but he like shoots like 40 times and he hits twice, and it's like, and then like everybody's like, oh, Morgan
Terrible
Wallen's
success
so
rate.
good. I'm
But
like, oh
those
my
two.
god.
But those two.
But those two do hit. Like I'm not
do
saying
hit.
they don't. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It just feels like he really shoots from the hip. Like
Yeah.
he's just like bang, bang, bang. You know? So
Bang, bang, bang.
All right, my number 2, Post Malone. And because I love.
Did you skip 3?
Oh, 3 was Old Dominion. I thought, yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
we don't
we
need to
we
talk
already
about
talked
that
about
anymore.
Old Dominion.
3 is Old Dominion. 2 is Post Malone.
okay.
Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
I'm not going to comment.
Probably one of the best rap albums of all time.
I
Wrong.
No, I look.
There's
like,
not a miss on that album.
there really
Top
isn't.
50, maybe.
There's not a
there-
miss on it.
Dude,
What?
Listen back to it.
Every
man.
Travis Scott album, every Drake album is better than
Snore.
Post
Every
Malone.
Drake,
Every Drake
no.
album.
We just talked about how
Rethink
bad
what you
Me
Certified
and
just
Drizzy
said.
that shit like the Super Bowl.
Rethink what you just
Dude,
said.
Beer Bongs and Bentleys is so good, dude.
There's
I mean,
not a miss.
today,
Good.
92 Explorer ball for me. I mean,
Rich and Sad.
Rich and Sad. Candy Paint, isn't
Candy
that on
Paint's
that
in-
album?
That's in Fast and Furious 7.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Number 1 though, Luke Combs.
No, that's
Love
fair.
me some Luke
I
Combs.
like Luke Combs a lot.
Yeah. You just give me that. That's fine. That's fine.
No,
He's
no,
all right. He's all
It's
right.
fine.
He's all
no,
right.
dude.
His first album was good.
It was really good.
that
Was
one-
it
yeah,
Be Careful What You Wish For, right? Is that what it's called?
It's something like
This one's
that.
for you.
This one's for you. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that was the second one,
No,
wasn't
it's
it?
his first. This one's for you too. Is his second one.
Oh, I just named it.
And then
twice.
it's What You See Is What You Get.
You know, I feel like we should look this
Yeah.
up.
I-
I don't want. I don't think we should be wrong.
I'm
about this.
right. I know I'm right.
Of course he's right. It was his number.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel
for
like you're the
that. I'm not
pinnacle
trying
of
to-
a Luke Combs fan. I feel like you just are.
Yeah, I was correct. This one's for you, and then it was this one's
He
for
would
you
know.
too.
Okay.
And then
He
it
would
was What You See Is What You Get. and
Is
then
that the
we did
one with
What
like,
You See Ain't Always What You Get. Then it's Growing Up, and then Getting Old.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like both of those that
Yeah.
they're not like my favorite of his, but
Yeah.
like I still listen to Where the Wild Things Are.
That's a
I
banger.
really like that
That's a
song.
banger.
Yeah,
I
that
think I was
is-
actually listening to it like when I was driving back to Ames today. That song does hit
That's a
really
good
hard.
song.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
It's nice out. We can start listening to the country again.
Yeah, I know.
It was a
don't-
beautiful day in Ames today.
Oh my god, it was.
I
It was
sitting
so
outside.
nice last week.
So nice.
It was 50
dude.
degrees on Wednesday.
Sunny, you know, it's everybody craps on going to college in the Midwest, but when you get days like this,
Days
it's
like
just-
that you're like, yeah.
it's better than any sunny day I could get if I went to Arizona State or if I went to Florida State or something.
I
so.
don't know. I wouldn't mind going to Arizona State. Foam parties, bro.
Foam parties.
No,
Those are so dumb.
like we have a friend, me and Will from like high school. He goes to Cal Berkeley, and
Oh, yeah.
like they're always outside, like all year.
Always.
Like they're always doing stuff that's outside, and which seems awesome. You know, like
Yeah,
I wish that we could do more because
Yeah.
like I mean, like what, like 3 months out of the school year, it's just can't go outside.
I feel like
I mean,
more
we're going to
than
go visit
that.
him in April. We'll just see what it's all about.
yeah, we do need to set that up.
We
He's
need
gonna
to-
be here next week.
Oh, that's next week?
Yeah, maybe in a week and a half or something.
Okay.
He's gonna be here over Valentine's Day. I know.
Okay.
Because you're gonna watch Trey play basketball. Shout out to Trey Lewis.
Shout out Trey.
Where's he go?
D-Mac.
Ooh,
He's got his
the
first.
Bears.
Shout out to he just got his first D1 offer. Yeah, he's
From where?
Eastern Illinois, I think.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
So-
they beat Iowa like 2 years ago. So
that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
so good for Trey. Shout out to Trey.
Friend
Shout
of
out
Trey.
Trey.
Shout out Trey
Alright.
Lewis, friend of the pod.
All right. I want to make a statement about what I said last episode about Taylor Swift. I'd like to redact my statement about what I said about Taylor. I respect you, Taylor. I'm glad for what you've done to the NFL. Yeah, I'm not being. There's not a gun at my head right now. I'm not being paid to say this. I denounce what I said last time. I take it
Hey,
back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I denounce what I said. I think Taylor Swift is, it's mainly because Colin Cowherd said it.
Yeah.
Anything
well,
he
you know what?
says-
You're not a good quarterback in the eyes of Colin Cowherd with your backwards hat on.
Yeah, dude. No,
I'm not
that's just-
professional. I'm not a.
No, you're not like
I'm not a
Jalen
man of
Hurts.
Your dad needs to call you, is what he would say. You need to talk to your dad.
But he said that Taylor, like everybody's like, oh, Taylor Swift's taken away from the game of football, and I'm just like, yeah, she is like his little scapegoat, I guess. And then they like did the math last week, and it's like she's on the most screen time she's had all year is like 30 seconds
Yeah.
in an NFL broadcast, which is nothing.
No,
Yeah.
it's like
They point to her what probably. If they pointed her like probably for what 5 seconds, 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It hasn't been going on very much because Travis Kelce didn't really start scoring touchdowns again until the postseason.
Yeah.
So,
What did he break Jerry Rice's record?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh god,
That's insane.
That's yeah. Shout out.
Shout out to Travis Kelce.
They called him something funny on SNL. What they call him? T Kelly, TK. I don't know.
TK,
I don't know.
I
Whatever.
didn't see that one.
Getting into that, we're going to talk about our Super Bowl predictions because the next time we record will be technically before the Super Bowl, but
It'll be
it's-
like happening.
no, we're going to do it Saturday,
Oh, okay.
but we're not going to release until the Monday after.
Okay.
So it'll be after the Super Bowl happens. Oh god, Diet Coke. Oh god.
You good, bro?
I just keep
Take a
burping. Gassy. Oh god.
You mean to do it?
Yeah, you start.
All right. What are we talking
They're just Super Bowl predictions.
Oh, Super Bowl predictions? I mean, we all know what I'm saying. Chiefs are going to win. I mean,
What's the score?
I'm going to go 24-17. Chiefs win.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna. There's two teams here, so it's just like, and it's two teams that like have obviously deserved the spot. So I'm just not gonna argue
Yeah.
and be like, oh, the Chiefs are.
I just think the Chiefs defense is really hot right now.
They're so hot.
We have the most points we allowed all year was 24, I think. And I don't
Against the
was it the Broncos?
I
Broncos.
think it was the Broncos, actually, weirdly enough.
Yeah. But anyway, Mahomes he doesn't make mistakes in the postseason.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
That guy's on
It
fire.
pisses me off, like
Yeah.
quite literally, because I don't know if you can tell by the sweatshirt I'm wearing right now. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Wait, really?
No, and it just sucks to see somebody else's quarterback like get into the postseason and just not make mistakes, like not throw a pick six right before the half. Oh my god,
Wow.
I still have nightmares. I hate the Packers so much. Anyways, we don't need to talk about the Cowboys.
You
It's
should
gonna
hate
make me
Dak
upset.
Prescott.
Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
So I think the line I checked earlier this week was like San Francisco is favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of shocking. I don't know if the line's moved because I'm gonna bet that most people put money on KC, and you'd think the line would move, but I don't know. This is it's a tough one because I remember we were talking before the playoffs started, and I'm a Cowboys fan. I was like, I really want to see us at least get to the NFC Championship game. Spoiler alert, did not happen. But
Should have.
we don't need to talk about it. But and Will was like, yeah, like the Chiefs, like our offense, the Chiefs' offense has been doing well this year, and I hope that we make the AFC Championship. And we're sitting here again, and we're talking about the Chiefs like playing in another Super Bowl, which is so frustrating.
It's a great time to be alive, isn't it?
For you, it really is. I think you
Dude,
forgot.
Only
I went
for
through
you.
hell as a child.
You're fine.
We
Okay,
went-
you're fine.
We had.
Now you have a dynasty, bro.
Can you name a Chiefs quarterback before Alex Smith?
Matt Castle.
Matt Castle.
Another one.
Joe Montana.
Yeah, that's how far back you gotta go. The first
Bart
Chiefs
Starr.
game I ever went to, my dad took me with 2 other friends,
Yeah.
and we saw Peyton Manning's last game in Arrowhead against the Chiefs. Starting quarterback that day was, I think it was Brady Quinn, either him or Brody.
Notre
Brady-
Dame legend Brady
It was
Quinn.
either
Oh my
Brady
God.
Quinn or Brody Croyle. I can't remember.
Oh God, those are some.
Do you
odd
know
names.
who Brody Croyle is?
No.
I didn't.
I've
think so.
literally never heard that name
didn't
until
think
you
so.
just said it.
No.
I don't know. But who do you got, Gabe?
I think I'll probably go Niners. I'd go. But I don't feel good about that pick though. Like I'm gonna go Niners because I really want Brock to win a Super Bowl. I'm like I love Brock Purdy, but
I love Brock.
I love Brock Purdy, but I'll probably go like 20 to. I don't know, like 20 to 17. I think we're like this is a field goal kind of game.
It's a field goal.
Yeah.
game.
Like if Pacheco fumbles, like I just don't see Mahomes like throwing a pick. I'm not gonna lie. But like Brock throws a pick at a bad time or something, that's gonna be the play.
yeah,
I know.
that
I
will
wonder how
happen.
Brock's gonna handle the Kansas City blitz. Because we blitz a lot.
Eric Mangini. I'm saying that right. That's your. No. Oh my
Steve
God,
Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnuolo. Why did I say? I just watched Mangini talk on a show. That's why I was thinking about it. Yeah, Steve Spagnuolo. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I mean he was just blitzing Lamar from everywhere.
Yeah, and he couldn't handle it.
He really.
Lamar cannot handle the blitz.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
No, we're not. This is not going to turn into a Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson.
So do I. I
I'm a
think he's
big-
so raw. We were all we all wanted him to win
Everybody
against the
too.
Chiefs.
Everybody.
They're-
I can't watch a game with anybody anymore because I just get yelled at the whole time.
Look, it's really easy to like watch the AFC Championship and be like, oh, Lamar like sucked. He can't handle the blitz. But I don't. The game plan was so bad. Like I've legitimately never seen a team who's like that talented and gotten like that far in the playoffs.
They just stopped running the
They
ball.
stopped running the ball, and like that's what they were. They
That's
literally.
Spags, though. That's Spags.
No, well,
That's Spags.
it's not. It's Todd Monken. All of a sudden, just was like, "Hey, we're gonna throw the ball 45 times this game." Like, why? Like they've literally all year they've just been dominant, running power, running all these gap schemes. Lamar read options, and then all of a sudden they're just like, we're gonna go out with Zay Flowers and throw to him. Like, why?
Shouldn't
Like
have taunted. That's a rookie move.
that
Yeah,
was
it is a
dumb.
rookie move.
Like you could say what you want about like the NFL allowing taunting, but that was just so dumb. Like I watched it, I was like, oh my God, no, dude. And then he fumbled out the end zone.
I'm not against like taunting being allowed, but like the rule's the rule.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
can't spike the ball right next to him and like yell at him while
Yeah,
he's on
like-
the ground. Like I get it, you're a rookie and you just made a big play, but like
Well, in college, I think they might like arrest you. Like you really can't do that in college. Like I don't know.
Might arrest you.
like-
Where'd he go? Boston College, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Oh, obviously I got the 49ers just because Brock and all that. I love Brock and all that. I don't really have much to say about the Super Bowl just because I really don't care about it. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun to get together and hang out with
I
your
feel
friends.
like it's more of a
and
social event.
it's such a social event, and we all care about football, and it just all leads up to this big game where everybody has cared so much about it. But I don't care. I don't care about
I'm the only one who really cares.
Yeah, I
in our
don't. I don't
circle.
care unless. Yeah, literally, I don't care unless my team's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm gonna take the 49ers. Obviously, I'm gonna field goal. I'm saying 27-24.
Yeah, but I would not. I don't like if I was putting money on not money line on like the spread. I think I would go KC, even though I just said the Niners are going to
Plus
win by
1.5
3.
though.
I just I have to think that line has moved down since I saw it last. I just don't see it staying at 1.5. I don't know, Jamie.
When was the last time? When was the last time you looked?
It was earlier, this week. I guess it's Sunday now, so it's technically a new week. But it was I was kind of shocked, honestly, because I don't know. It's just Patrick Mahomes is back. They've been an underdog. They were favored against Miami, but they were an underdog against Buffalo and Baltimore, and they won. Like, I don't know. I just
handled Buffalo.
Well, not really, but that was a
really good game though.
49ers are minus 130.
That's
okay. So that's the money.
I don't understand. Oh, -2, -2.
Okay.
Oh my God! So it went. Oh, okay. Okay. This is why I don't run Vegas, because clearly they know more than I do. They know.
I don't sports bet, so
yeah, they know more than I do. I don't know.
All right, what do we got next? What's our next topic?
Our favorite section of the week that everybody loves, including our best friend and roommate, Jack White.
Jack White of the week.
We got Jack White of the week, baby.
Shout out Jack White.
Gabe, who's your Jack White of the week?
All right, so my Jack White of the week is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Here's why he's my Jack White of the week. Because I have been an avid Jake Gyllenhaal defender for so long.
This is true.
I have been on his, like, everybody was talking crap about him.
Nightcrawler is such, isn't that Nightcrawler?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
He's so good in Nightcrawler, Everest, Prisoners, if you've ever seen that with Hugh Jackman.
I need to
that one's
watch
really
that movie.
good too.
Yeah.
He was good in Everest. Anyways, he's a really good actor. And I've defended him like all these years, because there's always stories coming out about this guy, and he's like tough to work with on set. I'm like, well, people said that about Christian Bale too. Like, obviously Christian Bale's awesome. Like, so I've been defending him, but then this week it came out that he was working on a new indie movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
He did all this weird stuff. Like,
you want me to read it off?
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure I got the
I haven't seen
Instagram.
this.
Yeah, no, it's like he just, and I'm like, dude. Like, I'm not like a Swiftie, so I didn't really care. I don't know what happened between them.
Sure.
But like, I defended him. I was like, Jake Gyllenhaal's a good dude. He was a great villain in Spider-Man, by the way.
He really was.
I forgot about that.
Was he Mysterio?
Mysterio, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
He
was so
really
good
at it.
I was actually oh, this guy's bad.
Yeah.
I guess he's just a bad guy in real life, too.
Yeah. Apparently, he
okay,
is.
I'll read this. Jake Gyllenhaal movie that fell apart in 4 days. An indie movie called Suddenly starred Jake Gyllenhaal, but stopped because he was showing erratic behavior, including stripping to his underwear and diving into the freezing ocean, saying, "When I see the sea, I swim in the sea." Imagine if you're
toddler. Like, what are you like? What? How is that a legit problem that a serious movie set is having? Like, your star is sees the ocean and jumps in. What? Like, how is that a legit problem? I don't know.
That's so funny.
Again, I've defended him for so long. This was my tipping point. I can't defend this guy anymore.
That's how I was when I saw this. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Including constant script rewrite demands.
Wow.
Doing his rehearsal in a Pepe Le Pew accent. What is that like? Like a fake Italian accent or something?
I don't know what it is, but it sounds very frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
And then the last one says that he's saying set builders should sleep in their cars to prevent COVID spread, which is evil villain type stuff.
He's literally Mysterio, dude. That's what I realized.
Look at this. I don't know if it can show up, but that's the picture that I'm reading off of right now. He looks like a psycho.
Is that a Nightcrawler when he breaks the mirror?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
What a weirdo.
Dude.
He's the worst.
Well, yeah.
How about that? Look at that. Hey, can we put that in?
Put that in, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of feedback from people telling me I should actually put stuff in. So if there's something in there, I actually tried.
But yeah, and he always kind of got grouped with people were saying him and Jared Leto were the same, similar to work with.
Jared Leto.
And I really have never liked Jared Leto. I've been his Joker in the Suicide Squad made me mad.
Have you ever seen that video?
Morbius.
All the times that Jared Leto has gotten brutally beaten in a movie. It's it happens a lot. In Fight Club, we just watched that the other day. He just gets.
I forget he's in that movie.
Yeah,
you forget he's in movies, and then he just shows up, and you're like,
and he gets,
oh my god,
it's Jared Leto's in it.
He gets beaten all the time.
He's in Dallas Buyers Club, and he's I don't even know. He's a woman. I can't remember. I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club.
He plays
in a minute.
A woman?
No, look up his character. Put up a picture here. This is Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club. I think he was because Dallas Buyers Club is about the AIDS epidemic that occurred, and how they were getting access to experimental drugs and whatnot. and he was like obviously it affected gay people more, and he played like a gay character. But like I don't know, but like he showed up in that movie. I'm like, God, Jared Leto's in this movie. What? Like,
You know what he was also in that I forget all the time? American Psycho.
yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy
was
who
that guy?
Christian Bale flips out on.
And murders. Who did he play in American Psycho? What was his name? Paul Allen. Paul Allen. Look at this, Paul Allen.
And he's got the business
The
card.
business card. He's like, wow, very cool, Bateman. Dude, he's 52 and still one of the creepiest people to ever look at. Like, he's scary.
I was literally with Will this week when like I found out he was in 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't know who I thought was in 30 Seconds to Mars, but it was not Jared Leto.
I told you that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, because I was playing a 30 Seconds to Mars song, or I was just
I
like,
knew who that was because, well, you probably just reminded me, but like I knew Jared Leto was in 30 Seconds to Mars.
it's him and his brother.
Yeah.
I don't know if
his brother does the drums for that. And
it's not the opposite. He's the lead singer.
Jared Leto sings. I think his brother plays the drums.
But yeah, also like just like movies again, like Jared Leto just shows up like 30 Seconds to Mars. I'm like, oh my God, Jared Leto's in 30 Seconds to Mars again. I had no idea who I thought was in it.
One of the scariest people.
He just kind of spawns.
He does. He just is. He's just everywhere, and all of a sudden he gets a superhero movie that Morbius. Or,
Yeah.
I never saw it.
I never saw it.
But, like,
it looked weird.
And you're like, how is this guy getting Morbius?
And one of his songs was like one of the World Cup songs, right?
Like which World Cup was it, like the one with Shakira? 2010 or whatever.
Oh my God! I wish we had an intern. We're hiring interns, by the way.
Desperately, you should post on like LinkedIn, like unpaid internship, 60-hour a week.
3.5 GPA required.
Oh, it's called World on Fire.
Oh, okay.
Right? Maybe I'm wrong.
I
Whatever.
don't know. This is why we need. Well, not we. You guys need an intern. This
We
is
really
not my
do.
problem.
Whatever.
Anyway.
All right, your Jack White of the week.
My Jack White of the week, Peter Guzman. Peter Guzman is my Jack White of the week. You want to know what happened? We were at Muggs on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm chilling there. I was having a good time with Grady, and I think he left to take his girlfriend home or something.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to, I think I was talking to Nick Young. And shout out Nick Young.
Shout out
friend of the
boys,
pod.
yeah.
And Pete is walking along, and he just like flips his drink up, and like a vodka water goes right into my eye. I was not happy. I didn't like flip out on him or anything. I was just like, what the hell just happened? So yeah, Peter Guzman is my Jack White of the week for spilling a vodka water lime into my eye.
I like how I was like, my Jack White of the week is Jake Gyllenhaal, and then you're just like,
it gets a little personal.
and then
Jack White of the week is
it's just
supposed to be.
incredibly personal thing. that
I'm not mad
happened.
at. I'm not mad at him. No,
Well, clearly a little bit.
we're good. We're all good. We made up.
All right. I have 2 Jack Whites of the week. Will that work?
I'll allow it.
All right. First, it's gonna be the glaring one. Mark Zuckerberg is my Jack White of the
What
week.
did Sucky Boy do this?
Dude, okay, so he went on trial for
Again? He went on trial again?
Yeah. So he went on trial with the CEOs of Snapchat, TikTok, and another social media company, and it was for it was like kids that have been like taken advantage of on the app and like have died
bullying.
as a result. Yeah, bullying on the app. And they went in front of Congress and they gave like a spiel and they were like berated by Congress. And one of the congressmen who's questioning Zuckerberg says, "You need to apologize to these people right now."
It was
He's like, "You need to apologize to them." And
so weird.
he goes, like, "Right now?" And then he turns around and apologizes to these like real people. He's not real, by the way.
Yeah, no,
He's a lizard. No.
We all know.
He
We don't even need
scares
to
me.
talk about that.
And he turns around and he like apologizes to these people when
It
he
was
obviously
so
have
weird.
no
I
idea
literally,
what's going
why
on.
am I just hearing about this? I feel like this should have been like.
You didn't know about
It was
this?
really
No,
weird
this is
'cause
legitimately the first time I'm. By the way, oh my God. Oh,
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is a real life supervillain. If you can't tell, this man is one of the scariest people ever. I'm doing this now because I don't want to edit it in.
I like to think like as a kid he read like Superman comics and he like was like, I want to be Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. And he is. He's scary.
Yeah,
But he
scary,
apologized to these people, and it was like the most like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever watched. I was like, ugh.
It made you hate apologizing just by like the way he.
I'm
did
never
it.
gonna apologize
No,
again.
I'm
Mark
done.
Zuckerberg just made me hate it.
That's
It was just so like uncomfortable to watch.
Hated that.
Well, anytime he has like Well, I shouldn't say he has. I should say he acts like he has real emotions. It's just like the most uncomfortable thing you've ever seen in your life. Like,
Yeah.
when he went on trial for when like Russia was like
Sweet
hacking
baby
things,
Ray's.
like during the election, and like just the whole time you're watching this guy and you're like, he's not real. Like I don't like. He's like everybody says he's a lizard, but like I'm really starting to think that he's a lizard.
Have
Like,
you seen his live streams with his friends where they're making ribs on their big green egg in
No.
his like beautiful like mansion, and they're sitting outside and they're like somebody's on the like in the comments, they're like, "What do you like to put on your ribs?" He goes, "Oh, Sweet Baby Ray's." And then he goes on like a tangent about barbecue sauce and how Sweet Baby Ray's is the best. And now every time
I mean, he's not wrong.
he like,
He is,
I've
right?
seen like videos of him like where he's like in his office like talking like on a news conference or something, or like a news release or something, and there's a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's on his shelf, like next to these really nice decorations and like really cool stuff. There's a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's.
no way.
It's really
That
weird.
is so weird.
He's
Such a weird
the
guy.
weirdest guy ever. That's one of my Jack Whites of the week.
Who's the other one?
Yeah.
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
Yo.
Tony Romo.
What's your problem with Tony Romo?
Sorry, guy.
Sorry, pal.
Cowboys
Say-
legend Tony Romo.
Yeah, legend. In fact, great football player. Cannot discredit that. I just think he's a terrible commentator.
Really?
I just hate when he talks.
Remember like how good he was like when he first started?
The
when
Romo
when
vision.
he was like predicting plays. What happened to that? Why did he
No.
stop predicting plays?
And why did he have to compare everything to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes?
Well,
That's a bit Mahomey.
Yeah, that did get really annoying. Like, it is crazy how quick like it like switched. You know, because like when he first started commentating,
Everyone
everybody-
loved
It was
Yeah.
entertaining. I was even on the Tony Romo train. Like,
Yeah,
I loved listening to
I'm
him
kind of
talk.
excited to see what Tom Brady does on Fox next year.
I didn't.
Oh,
Even,
he's on
going to
Fox?
Fox.
Yeah, that like happened the first time he retired for a brief moment. Remember, he said
Oh,
he was going to
yeah.
go on Fox after a year. And like
Oh.
Colin Cowherd's been talking about it a lot. I'm sure Joel Klatt talked about it. How
Oh,
would you
no,
not
he
know?
does. Joe Klatt is
Your
strictly
boy.
college football. Okay, he doesn't dabble in the NFL.
Wait,
It's-
look how
We
low.
are sitting with the biggest.
Look
Joel
how low this
Klatt
chair goes.
glazer in the world.
Look at how low I am right now.
I swear to God.
Look at. I think I'm like 5 feet.
Dude, you should, yeah, there you go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Anyway, but yeah, those are our Jack Whites of the week.
Yeah.
Just people we don't like. We're actually next week we're gonna talk about people that we do like. I don't
Yeah.
want to start that yet.
Yeah,
no,
this,
not yet.
this
not
show
yet.
needs some positivity. I
We
think.
Next
do
week.
need positivity. That's what I'm thinking. But now we're gonna get into our Iowa State basketball predictions
Ooh, I
because
like
people
that.
wanted to hear that,
Yeah.
and you know we go to Iowa State. We love this university. We love our athletics.
Roll clones.
Roll
Our
Clones.
basketball team is ranked 12th in the nation.
Heartbreaking loss last
That
night.
was
Heartbreaking
heartbreaking,
loss
dude.
against Baylor. We the refs were giving us everything. I'm not gonna lie.
No, they really were. Like, it's really easy, especially as like when you go to a school like Iowa State. You know, we're not like Alabama. Or
We're not
like
a big
Duke
market school.
basketball.
We
Like,
aren't, but
it's
it's-
really dope to blame everything on the refs, low key, because we
Yeah.
do kind of get screwed most of the time.
Always. I feel like
Yeah.
we always do.
But we were actually getting calls, and it was wild to see.
every damn call.
I was like
yeah.
uncomfortable watching it.
It was,
because we
yeah.
got
I was
everything.
yeah,
like,
after like the third call we got, I was like, okay, you gotta stop
is this what like
this.
being a Duke fan is like? Because this is dope. Like,
Twitter was not having us.
oh
That's-
no, they were
no.
not.
no,
Well,
especially
I-
Baylor Twitter.
It's X.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
X.
It'll never be X. Let's
Elon
be
Musk.
real. It'll never be X.
It will always be Twitter.
It's always Twitter.
But this week I'd like to start with Texas away. We have Texas away in Austin. I think we can pull that off. I mean, it's kind of a funny thing to think that only Iowa State can win at Hilton. I know that's the narrative right now.
It is.
Did Texas win last night?
I didn't. I don't
Jamie
know.
looked that up.
Jamie looked that up.
They played at TCU, I think.
Yeah, they were winning last
were winning
time.
at
I didn't
half.
watch. I didn't watch the rest of the game though. But I mean, with Iowa State,
Yeah, they won.
they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know Texas hasn't had the best start in conference play. Like, I think what are they 4-5 in conference now? Jamie looked that up.
Jamie looked that up. I got it pulled up right now. Why did it go to the Big
God,
East?
we need an intern.
I know, dude.
They're 3-3. Oh wait, no, they're not. They're 4-5.
4-5. So I got it right. Go Gabe. But
Go Gabe. Go
but
Gabe.
like Texas is good. Like they got the Max. I don't know how to say his last name. Abmas. He was
Abrams, right?
Abrams. I thought that there
it's-
wasn't an R.
I
But
thought it
he's
was
really
Max
good.
Abrams.
He was really good. I can't even remember what school he was at. He was a transfer this year. He's really,
You
really
came
good.
from a big school, I thought.
No. He came from like a little school that they made a
No.
tournament run.
Who am I thinking of?
Tyrese Hunter, the betrayer.
I
hate
him.
hate that guy. That guy grinds my gears.
Nothing great. But anyways, I mean, anytime we play on the road, I think we're always at like a risk of
Yeah.
not playing well, like either coming out slow
I mean,
or
we could not get a rebound.
no,
Baylor.
it's just weird stuff happens. Like you can't explain it. You're like this year we have really solid bigs. Like
Yeah.
you got Hassan coming off the bench, which I think he would
Oh,
start like
so solid.
He'd
yeah.
start anywhere.
yeah, like and I'm like, and then you got obviously like Big Rob,
Oh, he went to Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts. That's
yeah.
it.
Oh.
That was a weird school name, anyways. But like
Trey King's a big guy.
yeah.
Oh, I
It's
love
boards.
Trey King. Shout out
And
Trey
our-
King. Come on the pod. I want to talk to you, man.
And like, and our guards rebound really well. Like Taman's one of the Taman's not like a very tall guy, but he's like one of the best rebounded guards in the Big 12. And then Keyshawn Gilbert also is a good
Oh,
rebounder.
he's so raw.
Yeah, like, and like all of a sudden we just can't get a rebound. That's not really been an issue for us.
No,
all
we
year.
could not. And plus we couldn't get them. Our defense was garbage.
Yeah, which again,
I don't know
never
if their
been an
offense
issue.
was better, but like we couldn't guard them at the 3. Like
Well,
outside. It
we
was-
just like kept doubling them like we always do, but like they were just finding ways out of the double team.
which is so funny. But do you remember their coach got ejected? Did you watch that happen?
not true.
Did.
Yeah.
Apparently, it like wasn't what he said. It was like that he was like halfway onto the court.
Yeah, you can't do
You
that.
can't do that, man. Come on.
It reminds me of like watching coaches like coach like in football, like coach from the field. Like they're not on the sideline; they're literally on the field of play. Like
Yeah.
especially TCU.
Like Sean McVay's got a pullback coach.
Yeah, like they have.
Every coach needs to, especially in college football. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like I remember Sonny Dykes when they played us at home. Sonny Dykes was literally almost at the hash at one point.
Yeah.
He was so far on the field. That's what that reminds me of. I think coaches just need to chill out. I
Chill
guess
out a
they're
little bit.
I guess they're passionate. But do you guys think we could bring it home against Texas?
I mean, I think we could beat anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly,
not
Big
me
12 is a
being like
gauntlet too. So
yeah.
it's just like
Anything can happen in the Big 12.
I'm sure Texas will be favored, especially since they're at home.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have like the line, but I mean, I think we can legitimately play. I think this team, when our guards are playing well, and by guards I mean Taman, Keyshawn, and like Curtis Jones off the bench. Like
Yeah.
Milan's not really like one of like the main ball handlers. You know, I know he technically like starts at the 3, but like we go as our guards go, and we started playing like really good when Curtis Jones started shooting better off the
Yeah.
bench, and Keyshawn, I mean, he went 5 or 6 from 3 against
Yeah.
Baylor.
I
Like
think-
he's
I
been
think it
playing
was
so
five-
well.
I think it was 5 for 5 at half.
Yeah, like he's been playing really, really well. But like we need, especially going into March, like
Yeah.
really need all 3 of those guys to like be giving good minutes.
Yeah.
And I think they will because I really think they're, especially Keyshawn. God, that guy's such a dog.
He
He
is
is
such
so
Good dog.
good.
We could get you on the pod too, Keyshawn.
Yeah, good. You should really get Keyshawn.
It's Iowa State -3.
Wow.
Really? That's kind of
Maybe it's probably because Texas isn't ranked.
yeah. Well, they
Just
Yeah.
fell out of the rankings though.
yeah. I mean, they just beat TCU on the road. I know we beat TCU on the road, but that was also like
We should not have.
That
Well,
was
we
a
were-
terrible game.
terrible in the
Such
second
a
half.
bad game.
Well, like, I mean, we were up by like at 20, like at one point, and then all of a sudden, like, and I'm like, all right, we got this. And then I had to turn off we were driving. That's when we were driving to go visit Max in
Oh,
Chicago, and like I turned it off for a second, then I turned it back on. It's like tied, and then like you're like, how did that happen?
Yeah, that was so hard
And-
to watch.
Yeah, and so I mean, just anytime this team's on the road, you kind of have to be careful about like getting your
Yeah.
expectations really high.
And that
Yeah.
could have been game winner by Milan. I'm sorry, I switched up.
No,
God,
yeah,
that
that
was-
hurt.
That was
so cool.
Were you there when we all jumped around
Yeah.
like kids and Evan took his shirt off?
Yeah.
I guess I stayed seated because I can never get my hopes up with Iowa State
Yeah.
sports.
God,
Yeah.
that was crazy though.
But and then this week again we have TCU at home.
I think I don't see us lose. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, we'll probably knock on. I really don't want this to happen, but I assume we're gonna lose at home at some point. Like I don't know when it's like. I think we should be favored anytime we're at home. I don't care who we're playing, but like you got to think at some point. But I don't think it's gonna be TCU. I mean, we beat TCU on the road somehow. Like we barely squeaked that one through. But we
They're
also
still in
did
the
Taman.
rankings.
Yeah, no, TCU is not bad, but I think we match up really well with TCU. Like
We do.
like
We just had a bad second half. We're a first half team.
We're
we
plus
really are this year.
we're plus 3.5.
We were a
against them.
second half team.
Oh no, we're up. We're plus 4.5 against them.
We were
TCU.
Texas.
Texas?
No, TCU.
Wow.
No
I don't know if
way.
that's right.
There's no way.
When are we playing them? That's
It's in a little bit. I don't know.
God, we need
It's after.
intern.
We really need. Well, not me.
We need an
You
intern
guys need.
so bad.
Yeah, get it. You need a Jamie.
yeah.
Even-
It's TCU to 4.5.
That makes no sense. I'm.
That's weird.
That is super. I don't know. That makes no sense to me. But yeah. I mean, anytime we're at home, I think we should be favored. I don't
Yeah.
like. I mean, I think we have the best home court advantage in the
Oh,
country.
easily.
I mean, Kentucky, like Rupp Arena obviously is really loud and
Cameron
rowdy.
Indoor too.
Cameron Indoor. But I mean, like Rupp, didn't Kentucky lose to Tennessee this weekend? Like,
Did that they played yesterday.
yeah, it was literally yesterday. They lost to Tennessee
Wow.
at home. Like, I mean,
Well, Tennessee is what, 7th?
yeah, Tennessee's really good.
Tennessee's
I'm
a
not,
really good team.
Those are like the only two good teams in this. I don't want to be wrong about that, but I'm Alabama's good too. Alabama's good at basketball.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Let's Bama blitz.
Oh my God, dude! Roll Tide Willie is. We don't need to talk about it, but Roll Tide.
Oh, the
Willie is
line's
my
the
favorite
line's
person.
not out
I don't
yet.
give a piss about
No.
nothing but the Tide.
Yeah, the line isn't out yet. That's my bad. I think that was from the last game.
Oh, okay. That would make sense if it
Hey,
was from the last game.
I hate to switch up, but like, do we have a what the heck of the week? Oh, why the heck?
No, we don't. I didn't even think about that.
God. Well, nothing really crazy happened.
Nothing crazy happened in Ames, and
Gabe, do you like know anything crazy that happened in Ames this week? That's like
what did happen?
That's like a what the heck.
you know what I want to talk about? There's a why the heck that it happened a while ago. Do you remember the minivan that went through the window of Starbucks on Lincoln Way?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that like?
Was that drunk driving?
Oh,
was that?
absolutely. Yeah. But it was like at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Was that our sophomore year?
Yes, because I remember working, and
That was one of the last weekends before summer break in 2023.
yeah, that was so weird.
Or no, there was snow on the ground. Yeah, there was snow on the ground.
that
So it was
so weird.
the videos of that made me cry.
Oh my god.
And the boarded up Starbucks windows for
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh my god, it was you only see stuff like that in Ames.
Did they like go
Only
in
in
because of
Ames.
ice?
Yeah, I think they slipped.
Wow.
Plus they were drunk, I think.
That's a really, really bad.
People didn't get
combo.
Starbucks for a little bit.
No.
That
You
Starbucks-
cannot take the Starbucks away from the women of Iowa State.
No, you cannot.
It's messed up, dude.
Shout
It's
out to
really
women
messed
of
up.
Iowa State.
Shout out to the women of Iowa State.
We
You know,
love
it was a year for the women in 2023. We were talking about
No,
that.
dude,
Was.
women had a great year this year.
We're proud.
You know what? Here's what I want to talk about. You know how all the women nowadays they're all big on those Stanley Cups.
Yeah,
What happened to Hydro Flask?
Yeah, what?
I don't know. I don't know either. Because so I have 4 sisters and a mom, obviously, and like I was just home again eating ribs made by Matt Christopherson. Shout out to Matt Christopherson.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Matt
him.
Christopherson.
But like we have like 20 Stanley Cups now, like just at our house, and like because all my sisters like got one for Christmas, and like my mom has them, and like don't get me wrong, if you have you ever drank out of a Stanley?
No.
Okay, it's pretty like
Is it
I
crisp?
get it. No, it's good. Like I get it. Like
Does it
I'm
just
not.
like stay cold or
It just stays. I don't know. It just stays cold, and also just the straw is nice. Like it's pretty.
it's a
fairly-
rubber straw, right?
No, it's.
Or is it plastic?
I think it's plastic. I don't remember. I don't.
Or like a
I don't wanna
soft
be
pla-
wrong about
soft
it.
plastic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a good vibe. You know, it has the handle.
Feel powerful.
You know what also makes it better?
What?
The lead.
The lead?
Did you not know about that?
What?
There's lead.
There's lead in Stanley Cups.
Lead?
They just found that out now. So apparently, in the way they manufacture them, there is like I don't know. Hydro Flask released something about it, but they were like our process of manufacturing does not contain lead. But the thing that like if you were to like damage your Stanley Cup, that like
Yeah.
inside the insulation, you would be exposed to lead and you'd be drinking lead.
No.
So I don't know
saw-
if they've recalled them or anything or.
Yeah, like is that legal? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know the amount of stuff I'm drinking Diet Coke right now, and this is somehow legal to drink.
Okay, well, we're not gonna. This is not gonna turn into.
Contains
I drink like 3 Diet Cokes a day. We don't need
phenylenediamine.
I
to-
saw a video on TikTok where this guy like has this solar panel. I don't even know if it was a solar panel, but it was like this clean thing of glass
Yeah.
in like the Arizona heat that like when the sun is going directly down on something, it like cuts rocks. It gets so hot.
Mhm.
It did not burn through a Stanley Cup.
Oh,
Like, it
yeah.
stayed. Did you see that too?
No, but I know that there was somebody who like died and their car exploded, but
Yeah,
their
I saw
Stanley
that.
Cup was fine.
Yeah. like out of everything in the car, literally the Stanley Cup was again. Like I'm not hating on women because
No,
the
I'm
Stanley
fine
Cups.
with it. I just want to know what happened to Hydro Flask.
Well,
Did you see
apparently
the- did you see
they
the-
released the? Did you say that they were the ones who like leaked that Stanley had lead in their cups? Like they're trying to.
Oh no, that
Oh,
wasn't
I
a
thought-
Hydro Flask thing.
oh,
But
oh,
Hydro
oh,
Flask
oh.
was like, we've never had lead in our cups. Like,
Okay. I thought they were the ones like leaking it. Like they were
Women-
starting like a war because they're
Women,
pissed.
let us know in the comments what's the deal with the Stanley Cups. Like, what happened to Hydro Flask?
Please
we wanna
let us know.
We want to know.
Yeah.
I use a Yeti. Shout out Yeti.
Shout out Yeti.
Yeti.
I got
Yeti's-
Yeti's in my bag right
Yetis
there.
rock. They're so awesome.
No, Yeti. But even outside of Stanley Cups, like women again had a great 2023. The Barbie movie came out this year.
Sweet,
Too.
great for women.
Great for women.
Good for them.
Taylor Swift.
Big year for Taylor
Well,
Swift.
clearly, like I thought Taylor Swift was like, I don't know, like old. Not like she's old, but like
She's
her
old.
music. Was
She's
like
old.
30.
It's because she started
no, she's
touring
probably
again.
in her 40s.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Like I like hadn't heard anything about Taylor Swift. I swear since like 2015.
Yeah, I
And
think it's
then-
because she like stopped, like she like hid from the public for a little bit and like didn't release any music.
Is that why?
Or
Again,
like
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe it was because she stopped touring because like right as like she went on her Eras tour, she was
Yeah,
bigger.
all of a sudden
She's
she's
the
like
biggest thing in America.
she was Times Person of the Year this year.
yeah.
That
You know
is
who
true.
else won Time Person of the Year? Gandhi. I
Yeah.
mean, she's in this like that's
She-
crazy.
Forbes listed her as the third most powerful woman in America.
Oh, she's only 34.
third.
Yeah,
or,
she's
she was
not,
like
like,
the
that
third or
old.
fourth most powerful woman in
And I think she
America.
became a billionaire this year.
Who's
Or
like
not in America, in the world.
That's
like the only
crazy.
people ahead of her are like prime ministers and like Kamala Harris is ahead of her. But like it's nuts.
She's one of
That-
the most powerful women in
Get
here.
that somebody who makes music can be like have that much of an influence over someone.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Shout out Taylor
Shout out
Swift.
to Taylor Swift.
Friend of the
Spoons is
pod.
so sorry.
Friend of the
about what he
pod,
said.
Taylor, if you're listening,
love to
we'd
have
like
you
you on. We'll fly you out.
Love to have you on.
We'll fly you
We'll
out.
fly you
We'll
out.
pay your gas money. Actually, no, you could probably fly yourself out.
Yeah, I was gonna
She's
say
a billionaire.
Yeah, she's like a
On her
billionaire.
jet that like has the greatest carbon footprint of any like vehicle in the United
Is
States.
that true?
Yeah.
It's a really good thing she's never like maybe she has, but at least I haven't heard it that she hasn't taken like a climate change stance because like you know what I mean? Like that's
Does she
she's
take political stances?
I think she said like something like she won't support Trump or like something along
so did
those
every
lines.
celebrity,
Yeah, but
except like Chris Pratt.
well, she's like a female pop star. Like, of course, she's like leans left. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like, do you think she was gonna come out and be like NASCAR? Like,
I'm just
I
as
love
dumb
America,
and
you know?
stupid as you, Danica. or
like-
Dana.
Shout out South Park for that one. too.
God, shout out. But yeah, so like, I think that kind of like made some people mad. But again, that wasn't her fan base. Like, of course,
No.
her fan base isn't gonna.
Dude, everybody's fan base is like a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Who are 42 Doug fans? Let's bring that back.
Me.
Dude, besides, like, what is 42 Doug's fan base like?
I
Being a
haven't
member.
I haven't gone on the subreddit yet, but I don't know what it's like to be a 42 Doug fan, and I don't know anybody who's outspoken 42 Doug fan. At least someone who has
Who's
it
got
in
a weird fan base? Suicide
Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys, yeah.
No,
He's
they really
such a
do.
nice fan.
Like,
Were we
literally talked
talking about it
this.
the other day? We're like, yeah, I hate. We were like, yeah, Suicide Boys suck. Well, this song's good, and
And this song's
then this
good.
song's good, and then well, this song's really good too, and then this song's good. We probably named out
And then
like
we
20
realized we were
songs.
kind of Suicide
Yeah.
Boys fans. I was like, huh, I actually kind of like Suicide Boys.
Then we
Yeah.
circled back being like, yeah, but they got weird fans.
Yeah, they do.
though.
Oh
really-
yeah.
A lot of my like friends like in my fraternity, they listen to Suicide Boys. Shout out to the Theta Chi boys, love
Shout
you.
out Theta Chi.
Shout out them.
But and like they listen to it all the time, and I used to be like super anti. Like I'd be like, oh, please don't play Suicide Boys. But then like I think when you're around something all the time, you just kind of start getting used to it. And they go to like concerts and stuff. Like my friend Jesus, shout out to Jesus.
Shout out Jesus.
He went to
Shout out
like
Jesus.
Red Rocks to go watch him perform. Like
They
in
performed
Colorado,
at
they
Red
performed at Red Rocks. Like
That's so out of place. I feel like.
But like I just couldn't imagine myself. You know what I mean? Going to
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm their target demographic.
But can you mosh at Red Rocks?
I don't.
No, I think it's just
no
like
way.
bleachers, basic. It's
Yeah.
not bleachers, but it's like just stands going up.
That's like the mosh
That would
pit.
be
Like
a
that's
dangerous mosh.
that would be
Like,
horrible. You just
yeah.
like slam your head into a red
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Shout out Red Rocks.
Shout out Red Rocks. I'd love to go to a show there.
Oh yeah.
No, it'd be just not.
I've been
Suicide
there before.
Boys.
I've
Not
been there
Suicide
before.
Boys.
I've been there before, not for a show. It was
I don't
a good time.
I don't want to see Suicide Boys anywhere.
Well, I again, I'm just not like. I'm
We should
not
get a
the kinda
live.
guy
We should get a live performance of
Live.
Suicide Boys right here in the studio.
in the studio.
That
I
would be
can't
so
even.
funny. By the way, we've been going for over an hour.
Over an
Oh my
hour.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
It should
Oh,
be time
man.
to start wrapping this
yeah,
up.
should
we'll probably
probably
wrap
wrap
this
it
up
up.
here. Thank you for listening to the Gaggle with Gabe. Let's give a round of applause to Gabe.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Gabe,
you.
thanks
No,
for being
no.
our first guest. It really brings the Spoons, Will, and friends into.
This episode proves we have friends.
We do have friends, and we're going to
do.
keep bringing on friends because apparently we have them. But yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, do all that stuff. And you're
We
listening.
want to hear from the fans.
We do. That's all that matters. And because of the fans, I put an agenda together. We did a lot of stuff differently today.
We were a lot more prepared this week.
Yeah, and because of the fans, we thank you guys. If you're listening on Spotify, there's probably something wrong. If you're listening to us on Spotify, I don't know how or
Never.
why. But yeah, thanks for listening to the Gaggle. Gabe, thanks for coming on.
No, thank you guys. It was my pleasure to be here.
Thanks for coming out at, what time is it? 6:53 on a Sunday night.
I gotta go do all my week's homework now. So
Yeah, same.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
We love you. We love our fans.